just literally come out. Give me a second, let's knock that down a little bit. Yeah, so the team news has just literally come out, and there's a bit of a surprise in that Newcastle lineup, which I'm sure you have all seen now at the bottom of the screen. Before we get into Newcastle, let's have a little chat about Liverpool then. You know, they went with, well, the midfield three is what we predicted. We've got spot on in that front three. The front three and the midfield three and centre midfield is spot on what we predicted. The only slight changes is that Lovren, which I presume many Newcastle fans will be out of the moon that he's starting at centre-back alongside Van Dijk, and also Alexander-Arnold will be playing at right-back as well. So I think Newcastle fans are going to go straight away and look at Dejan Lovren to target him. You know, we've seen it in the home game at St James's Park that he is prone to do some errors. So that is one thing that we need to target as well. Also, as I've said all week, is that the goalkeeper crisis that they have in the last, 2-3 years, although Karius has been a much better outlet in the last probably 6 weeks, we need to try and literally get crosses in through balls, split their two centre-backs as well. I think Van Dijk is brilliant. I think he's a beast as well. I've had a couple of Liverpool fans biting that none of the Newcastle defenders will get in Liverpool's black line. I have to disagree with that. I think Jamal Lascelles could, and potentially, you know, we could have maybe Yedlin or a Dummett rotate in their back line as well. But let's talk about Newcastle. We'll come back to Liverpool in a moment. So Newcastle have went with Dubravka in goal. You'll probably see it at the bottom of your screen there. Yedlin at right back, and then it's Lascelles and Lejeune and Paul Dummett. So there's no massive surprises there for the Newcastle back five. However, you've got Diarme in centre midfield. Again, that's no surprise. He's been on good form. I know he's had a poor game last game out, but overall, since the turn of the year, he's been in great form. Alongside him is Mikel Merino, which is good because I didn't really want to see Isaac Hayden in there. Hayden's more defensive, whereas Mikel Merino can get the ball forward and get us out from defence to attack on that counter as well. So I am expecting that Newcastle players will be giving Merino a lot of the ball. On the right, though, Jacob Murphy starts. Jacob Murphy starts right midfield. He just literally wasn't even in the match day 18 against Bournemouth, and then he's straight into the lineup. Rafa is ruthless. He doesn't care what name you are on that badge, on the back of the shirt, sorry. He can literally just chuck it out and bring you back in. So Matt Ritchie dropped to the bench, which he probably finds himself a little bit unfortunate because he's actually beat Bournemouth. He was pretty decent. Man United, he was superb as well. But the interesting one is who is playing in that number 10 as well. Another one is Atsu, because against Stoke, Atsu was playing that number 10. I was away in the Stoke game. Atsu played in that 10, and Newcastle were trying to use the pace to get forwards. So it could be Atsu, or Atsu might be playing on the left side, and he might be Kennedy, which I've actually said this week. I'd love to see Kennedy go in at that number 10 and see how he performs as well. So we'll see a kick-off who's actually playing in that number 10. And then, of course, you've got Dwight Gale up top as well, so it'll try and stretch their defence. On the bench for Newcastle, you've got Darlow, Manquillo, Clark, Hayden, Ritchie, Perez, and Hoslow. So you're going to jump straight away, Matt Ritchie, Perez and Hoslow, but trying to get something from the game. And then we've got options defensively as well. It's not the strongest bench I've ever seen this season, but we're going to make do with a couple of injuries, but hi-ho. Liverpool, let's just go back to Liverpool as well. So Alexander-Arnold, now they've got a midweek game, Porto, so I think, you know, some of these players that started today won't be playing in midweek. So we'll have to have a look at that as well. You know, Lovren, I said we can target. Robertson will bomb on that left flank as well, so you're going to have to ask yourself, Jacob Murphy, just be careful because he's going to have to track back and help out because he's going to be up against Mane. So you Yedlin. I think Yedlin can match him for pace, Mane, but I think he's going to need help, so he's going to have to get Jacob Murphy coming back because Robertson's got to be bombing on as well. You know, you look at that three centre midfielders, Chan has got the spot on, Chan, Henderson, Oxlade-Chamberlain. We said those three would start. Out of those three, you're probably going to ask the Ox to get forward as well. Obviously, his girlfriend's a sand dancer from South Shields, part of the little mix. But he'll want to impress just and go home to his missus and show, look what I've done today. But all in all, he's fighting for his England place as well. That's not the real reason behind it. But Henderson has obviously come out. If you've seen our Twitter feed, he's come out and said, I love to win over Newcastle. I'm a Mackham lad. My family on Mackhams. And especially when we win over Newcastle, it's a nice feeling. So that'll not go down well with the away fans who will be making their way into the ground at the present moment as well. They've got access into the ground right now. But then, how do you stop those front three, man? Let us know in the live chat. I'm going to go for the live chat in just a second. But it's difficult. You know, you've got Salah. He'll probably play on the right, so he's going to be up against Paul Dummett. And then who's Paul Dummett going to have in front of him? Has he got Atsu in front of him, or has he got Kennedy in front of him? Because they're going to have to come back and help out. And I do think how Newcastle will set up, it'll be 2 banks of 4, literally sitting. I'd honestly think that. And then when we have the ball, very similar to Manchester United, you know, when the Man United away game, not home game, the away game where we just literally, when we have the ball, we chuck bodies forward, we had 4 or 5 bursting into the box. I think I'm predicting that's how Newcastle are going to play in this one as well. I think that's how we're going to hopefully get some joy. I don't think it's going to be pretty to watch, no. I think it's going to be frustrating. I think we're going to have to be quite similar to the Manchester City game at home. I'm expecting them to hold. Newcastle to hold on, and you're going to have Salah, Firmino, Mane, the Ox, and the 2 full-backs bombing forward as well. And then if you look at Liverpool's bench, you've got Milner, Lallana and Dominic Solanke to come on later on as well if they do need a goal. But you would expect Liverpool, let's be honest, to try to win this game, wouldn't you? They're the massive favourites for this as well. Let's get into the live chat and see what you have been saying about the lineup and your predictions as well. Let's go right at the top. So Max Glister reckons 3-1 Liverpool. His dad's a Liverpool fan as well. Interesting. That'll be an interesting household tonight. Jonathan Redpath 2-2 draw. Keep the faith. Iox Misery, I think that's pronounced it as. We'll lose 1-0. Sharp Hider, hello mate, you alright? Alex Harvey, Lovren is playing. Yeah, Jake Greener, R8. Lovren, yeah, a lot of people are taking the mickey out Lovren as well. Is he that bad though, Dejan Lovren? I know he's got a mistake in him, but is he any worse than, say, Kieran Clark, for example? Haribo loves the lineup that Newcastle gone with. Yeah, it's very brave, especially whoever's playing that number 10. League final, take a draw. Yeah, I think most people would as well. Seen the Swansea score? No, I haven't. What is the Swansea score? Let's have a look. My dad hates him. Osama bin Laden. Alex Harvey. Why Richie dropped playing when recently? That was from Alex Harvey. And that's an interesting one, isn't it? I don't know why Matt Ritchie's dropped, to be fair. He's been playing the last couple of games, but then again, Jacob Murphy was good, and he just literally took him out the foul line as well. Lovren, he's on about. Geordie says, I'm going to go with what looks like the most common score, 3-1, but fingers crossed we'll win 1-0. Jake Greener reckons we'll lose 3-1 as well. Who's going to be playing the number 10, Alex? Well, that's the golden question. Who's playing that number 10? What does the table look like with the current scores? I don't know. I haven't actually looked at the current scores as well. I've only just literally got in 10 minutes ago. Lovren is starting for us. That's by Sir Klopp, a Liverpool fan. Is that where we need to target, Sir Klopp, if you're still watching? Meteor's on fire. We need a draw or a win. We've picked Murphy, Kennedy, Atsu, Gale to outpace the backline. Yeah, Max, I have to agree with you, to stretch their defence with that as well. To be honest, I think our defence is pretty strong for once, Toonboy. Well, that's what I was saying a couple of weeks ago. That's the back 5 for me. Dummett, Lejeune, Lascelles, Yedlin and Dubrovka. That's the back 5 for the rest of the season for me. That has to be. Going to be tough, but it's a good lineup, says Alfie Reeve. Liverpool defence is shit, but awesome going forward. Yeah, we all know that, didn't we? BT Lalama 118. No one else is there. It says league final. Jake Douglas, Kennedy's in the number 10, you said, didn't you? You would think so, that Kennedy being the number 10. Mankio on the bench, I remember when he was on loan with us, Sir Klopp. Yeah, let's just put it this way, Sir Klopp, if you're still watching. We don't rate Mankio much, to be fair. So I'm not doing that. No, Atsu, number 10 on the strike. I think he'd be in the 10. I think Gale will be further up top. That's by Nathan Eager. Wasn't it Gale who got the goal that drew the match against Liverpool when they were close to winning the league? For Palace, yeah, they were 3-1 up, weren't they? 3-0 up. And Dwight Gale got a double, didn't he? It was 3-3 draw, Selhurst. I remember Suarez crying at the end of that as well. Will he be showing the game? Callum Hardy, no licensing agreements, I can't, and of course I work for a broadcasting company, so I've got to be very, very careful. Would you rather have Gale or Hoslu? By Geordie Gale, of course, as well. Sir Klopp, Gale is the biggest threat from a Liverpool fan. Henderson needs to be up for this. He's a Mackham lad, yeah. We'll see how Jordan Henderson gets on with that as well. Let's have a look. Henderson is shite. Henderson's going to be the holding midfielder. I'll try for an open slot lay, which I doubt will happen. Alex Harvey, anyone have a stream for the game? I don't have BT Sport. I'm not commenting on that one. Anyone have no? I'm not commenting on that one. You're asking for streams and I work for a broadcasting company. How are you? Right. Kennedy, get running at Lovren. Yeah, you would expect to. Gale's a threat. Yeah. 2-2 says Nathan Langley. 3-0 Aidan Weldling. P. Blake says 1-1. Richie was ill, but he's back on the bench, so maybe he's not fully fit. Jake Holden 2 on Liverpool. We beat Man United, bring them on, says NUFC 212. Is that to number 10 today, Lee? Maybe, but it could be Kennedy. We'll have to see how it kicks off. Salah's a strong point. You need to defend. Well, we're now that Liverpool's front three is unbelievable. When is Slimani back? Should be Southampton game, but I don't think he'll start if he is back for that. Stop all this Mitrovic talking at anyone scoring the championship. Holy shit, what happens? End up now with it. Someone's obviously upset about Mitrovic doing the business. Danny Butler, we've got Salah. I can't read out streams. Come on. Right, so Swansea 4, West Ham 1. Oh my god. Oh, West Ham Fan TV. Nicky and Dan will be good to watch tonight then. Karius has been solid lately, but still feel he has a mistake in him. Yeah, he does, doesn't he? If we win, will be a miracle. I presume you're a Newcastle fan. Sharp Hider, 2-1 to 2 now. And Geordie fast team with Yedlin and Atsu. And we need to keep that to be good. Right, that's the end of the stream, of the live chat. I'll be back. It'll be about 10 to 15 minutes straight after full time. It'll be a live stream. So jump on later on. We'll obviously have a chat with you in the live chat as well. And with thoughts. And hopefully we can get something from this because, you know, it is a bonus game for me. But as Rafa said, every game is a cup final game now, here and in. So let's hopefully we can get something. But I think the next week is the bigger game as well. If we do get beat, let's go down fighting. Let's show some effort. Let's show that we'll give our best as well and try and keep the scoreline down if we do get beat. But I'm living hope. Hopefully we'll get something, maybe get a point to take away from Liverpool as well. Because it's a long journey back in the snow for the away fans. Have a good evening. I'll be back later.